Dear owners of the Masters of the Universe intellectual property, please stop trying to reinvent the wheel. The Filmation cartoon that most of us grew up with is the definitive form of He-Man that most of us have in our head. Yeah, there was many comics before that that gave some fans a different idea of He-Man, and that's great. And the cartoons that came afterwards with the updated He-Man, those are fine too. But really, the Filmation cartoon lasts in the minds of most fans as the definitive He-Man. And like other great cartoons like The Simpsons and South Park and Family Guy, once you hit on the working formula, you don't need to change it. All of those shows in the beginning were a little different, like the mini comics and Masters of the Universe. They evolved slightly in their first few years until they really kind of got the kinks out of their formula, and then once they had it, those shows have been on for many years, basically not changing characters, not having characters grow. They have some character arcs and story arcs that they go through, but essentially they return to just being who they are in the beginning. And I think if you look at ancient mythology, it's much the same. The characters are pretty much who they are, and though they have all kinds of adventures and misadventures, they pretty much remain somewhat static characters, and the reason is they're not really people. They're, what do you call them? They represent things. I can't think of the word here. It's out of my mind. I'm sure you can all think of it. What I'm thinking of here. Archetypes. They represent archetypes. Okay, so the same thing with the characters in Masters of the Universe. If you're gonna give us new stories and new characters like you did with Revelations or going to do, why not just be honest about it and give us all new, just rename them, just give them new names instead of trying to slap on a name of something else that they don't really belong to. It's like you went out to, you got some random people from the street named Tom Cruise and Scarlett Johansson and put them in a movie, and then you went out to advertise and said, hey everybody, we have a movie with Tom Cruise and Scarlett Johansson in it. It's true, but it's dishonest, and you know it. And I feel that that's basically how I feel about changing the Masters of the Universe characters in any major new updates and all that stuff that Hollywood loves to do. We don't need reboots, okay? If there's an original property that's good, you can basically try to keep doing the same as that, and I think that would make fans happy. And if you want to make something new and original, make something new and original instead of taking an old name, slapping it on something that has really nothing to do with it, and offering that out to fans as I don't know what to say. It's just dishonest. You know, I don't want to say it's fraudulent exactly. It's not. It's just misleading, and I think you can do better. So there you go, Masters of the Universe. There's my number one suggestion for you. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel. Number two suggestion for you, if you're still here, for the Masters of the Universe Origins developers, I had some other ideas. I think why not expand on your other successful idea of the Masters of the WWE Universe and just add more characters from other universes. Make Masters of other universes, essentially. So why not have a Masters of Olympia? Or is it Mount Olympus or Mount Olympia? I don't know. You guys get that right before you make the line. Masters of Olympia with Zeus and Poseidon and Hades and Athena, Artemis, Apollo, Hermes. They got all kinds of great gods with all kinds of cool designs, and you can make them with the same basic molds, big buff, bulky guys. You could also do a Masters of Asgard with Norse god characters, and I don't believe Marvel owns Norse gods or Norse mythology, so I think you could still make a Thor and an Odin and a Loki, and Marvel really can't do anything about it. Why not? Make them your own. Masters of Asgard, and you might be stepping on people's toes if you made Hindu gods, because there are currently still actual Hindu people practicing the Hindu religion. But I think they're pretty open-minded people and may not mind you making action figures out of their gods as well. Why not have a Hanuman and I can't think of all the names at this moment. Sorry about that. But yes, you got gods with, you know, monkey heads and elephant heads, multiple arms. You got the Krishna who's blue skin, so you practically already have him with Keldor and Skeletor. So there you go, guys. There's some easy suggestions for you. Masters of other, essentially religious properties. I don't think you'd be stepping on the toes of, yeah, like I said, in Hindus, I think they're allowed to develop their own gods in every village if you want. At least that's how it is in Taoism. I don't see why it would be that different in Hinduism. why not have your own, so they're probably not going to mind you, borrowing their gods and making figures out of them, as long as it's not, trying to say they're idols themselves, right? They're just toys. All right, that's it, guys. Hope you like my suggestions. Pass them on to Mattel and whoever owns the intellectual property for Masters of the Universe. You guys can do better. Leave the property alone. Make more Filmation cartoons. You can spice them up a little more now. We know that I think TV's changed enough. They could be a little more violent, and you could probably have a little punching in them, but basically keep them the same, I think. The villains are, for the most part, kind of dopey. Not really like a lot of kind of common crooks. And that's kind of what people want to see. I don't think we all want to see the good guys turn into bad guys, like reality. So that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching.